Welcome you guys to a summer class on Microsoft Office 2013. I want to just take a little time to introduce myself. I'm Lisa Lee, your instructor for the class, and I'm happy to meet you. On your screen you'll see the welcome announcement for our course in the Blackboard shell, and just the first announcement from me, which I'm sure you will read thoroughly. And I will frequently update announcements, and the old announcements will go down the page. So when you check in, please do look and see if there is a new announcement. Let's just take a minute to get familiar with the website. I know I have some new people to Blackboard that are in the class this semester. So on the left, we're in the announcement section. Now notice up above is a calendar. Calendar is brand new to Blackboard, and I have not yet put dates on the calendar, but I will as we go. So when you click into the calendar, you will notice what's happening at the moment. Okay, after announcements, you'll see contacts. This is how you get a hold of me. I also want to have you know that our lab in the Rock Springs campus is open this summer, and a lab assistant is available at that lab. His name is Pete, and Pete can help you with this course. He's there from 9 to 2 Monday through Thursday, June and July, well, through July 24th. So that's an optional resource for you as far as some help with the course if you're not able to get a hold of me. And the last contact listed are your super smart distance ed specialists. If you click on that link for the contacts, you'll see Casey and Kay are listed. Those two ladies are phenomenal at keeping our students rolling and instructors in line if there's any problems with your class. So I suggest that you contact these guys if you need some technical assistance with Blackboard. Alright, next into course information. This is where you will find a syllabus and our weekly schedule. So let's take a look at the syllabus. And I won't go through this line by line with you, but I do want to point out a few things as we go. First of all, this class is an ENT section, and that means that it meets the first 4 weeks of the summer. Now, 4 weeks for a application class is a bit quick. So you'll notice that when we look at the schedule, I've relaxed the schedule a little bit so that you have a little bit more time than just the 4 weeks. I had a feeling that we might have vacations or summer activities that would maybe horn into our work time, so I thought maybe it'd be better to make that a little bit more flexible than just a straight up 8 weeks. You'll notice here in the syllabus that the lab hours are listed. I know it's an online class, but if you are in the area, you may find it convenient to work in the OIS lab. It's a nice environment, brand new setup, and someone there to assist you if you have questions. The textbook is by Course Technology Cengage. It's an illustrated series, and it's very easy to follow. I think you're going to like the textbook. It has short lessons and then some applicable problems at the end of each chapter. You'll notice that I assign a few of those, definitely not all of them. If you do not yet have the book, please contact our bookstore at WWCC so you can get that quickly. The course description I'm sure you've read, but we are going to look at Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access, and besides working on lessons in each one of those applications, we're going to learn how to combine them, what's called integrating. So we are going to put, for example, an Excel chart in a PowerPoint presentation. We're going to use Access as a database to enter information into a Word document. You'll see some of the power behind using the entire suite of Microsoft Office. Notice the graduation requirement. This course does count for a Gen Ed at Western, so if you are planning to graduate from Western, you do have to have a computer class, and this course qualifies. Let's see, I'll let you read the objectives, and notice that the software is Office 2013. The previous version was 2010, and you do need to be using 2013. The great news there is if you do not have the newest version of Microsoft Office, then you can get it for free from WWCC. And here under the software section is information on how to contact the IT service, and they will get you all set up. Do know that this is not intended to work on an Apple platform. My only students that have successfully completed this course using an Apple are using a dual boot system on their Apple, so they are actually booting into a Windows environment. Okay, you can look over the standards of student conduct, transferability, attendance, the incomplete policy, academic dishonesty, the Student Development Center. Let me go back just to that for a second. This office helps students that have special needs. So if you are someone who needs extra time for tests, or if you have, say, a disability like, I don't know, dyslexia, or something that just makes things a little different for you, or for, by all means, color blindness, something like that, then this office will help you get set up, and they will help teach me what to do to serve you. Couple more things. Smart Thinking is our online tutoring service, and I do want you to know that they have tutors available for Microsoft Office. So if you're just working at extreme bizarre time and you're not, it's pretty sure that you shouldn't contact me in the middle of the night. You can contact Smart Thinking. They might be able to give you a hand, so don't forget about those guys. That's a free service for you. As with any electronic form of communication, we could certainly have technical difficulties. Boy, in Wyoming, lightning storms, power outages, you name it, things can go wrong. So just, I ask you to be understanding, and I will be too, as far as having technical difficulties. All right, a few more things here. The way you're graded in this class, here in the method of evaluation, when you turn in your assignments, especially when you're working in the applications Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access, if you have done something incorrectly, I'm going to ask you to fix that and turn it in again. In most cases. Now, I will give you a grade on all of your work, but your grade won't be full unless all of your work is right. So I do ask you to fix some things. You'll see that as we go. When you get feedback from me, you'll notice if there's something that I'd like you to fix. That makes it really nice because it makes it easy to get an excellent grade in this class, because you can resubmit a lot of your work. Alright, just my little special note about late work. I know that most instructors are pretty hell-bent on things being on time, and it's not that I don't want you to work on time, but I want you to know that you are not penalized for turning in your work past a deadline. Now that is within reason. When we get to the very end, I can't accept things past the date that the last date to turn things in. We'll talk about that when I show you the schedule. Okay, and just a quick little distribution of points so you can see that we have 800 points and how they shake out. And last, we have some objectives that you can take a look at. These are the objectives for this course. And then, let's see, I want to look at back into Blackboard here. Also in course information is our weekly schedule of assignments. And I have that loaded up here too. So here's what I plan for you to do each week. Now I started the first week with just a couple of days to get started and turn in your your picture, do a discussion board, take a little quiz. Um, these things I'd like to have done by tomorrow, just so I know we're all ready to go. And then by next Tuesday, June 10th, I hope that you are able to complete these 7 units. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but the units are not long. If you just plan to do 1 a day or 2 a day, take a day off, whatever, you'll notice that these are not outrageously long and difficult. So I believe that this is a manageable schedule. You can let me know if it's not. So you can see how I have our schedule broken into 4 chunks. Due on Tuesdays, and then this flex time at the end. Now here's the the deadline. July 15th is the deadline that I need you all to abide by. So if you do have any late work or you get behind, shoot for July 15th for your absolute last day to submit any of your work. Okay, back to Blackboard. And in case you have misplaced your initial email from me, I sent that last week, and you can take a look at it here if there's anything in there that you'd like to remind yourself of. And then just a little note about our summer lab hours. Whoops, summer lab hours again on the main campus. All right. Next, I'd like to look at our assignments. Today, this looks pretty easy. There's one assignment, the day 1 assignment. I'm going to click on that. And then you'll see there's 3 things that you need to do in here. So there is a document that you might want to open, maybe even print, to follow along with to make sure you get everything done. When you are ready to submit your picture to me for this first section of getting started, you're going to actually click on the Getting Started Assignment Details, and you will notice that you have a place to write text to me and browse your computer for a file. You can add comments if you'd like me to know something about your file, and then you hit the submit button, and then your assignment's turned in and it's put in my inbox so I know it's ready to be graded. Okay, also back on assignments, this getting started assignment, you'll need to go to the discussion board and introduce yourself to the rest of the class, your classmates. And then lastly, you'll do a small little quiz that really is just asking you questions about the syllabus, the schedule, just about the class in general. I'm going to have you, if you miss any points on that, I'm going to have you redo it until you get that quiz correct. You'll find that quiz under tests and quizzes. All right, then lastly, some tips on how to be successful. First of all, check your email daily. Email communication is our best method of communicating. So I'd like you to be able to check your email every day, and you do that inside of your Mustang Cruiser account. So when you log into Mustang Cruiser, in your My Cruiser tab, email is a link there for you, and that's the email address that I use for you guys. If you constantly check a different email account, you might want to forward Mustang Cruiser to your constantly checked account, and inside of the email system you can do filters and you can do a forward. Another way to be successful is make sure you contact me as soon as you need some help. I have left even my cell phone number for you under contacts, and I'm going to be doing all kinds of things this summer too, so I may not be able to answer your call, but it's a great way for you to just like alert me of a problem. So if you send me a text and identify yourself and say, you know, Lisa, I've sent you an email, I have a problem on Word Unit B, the 3rd problem, or something like that, that will just help me know sooner that you have a question for me, because I will not be logged in all day every day. I will drop in and out throughout the days. Another tip to help you be successful is read your instructions carefully. I've put a lot of detail into the instruction sheets to hopefully help guide you through your assignments. when you're in the book, follow the steps carefully, step by step, do everything it says. The more attention you pay to that, the easier it's going to go. And then last, I'd like you to know about Blackboard IM. Blackboard has an instant messaging tool, and you can install that by clicking on Tools in here in Blackboard, and then you'll see, if you scroll down just a little bit, there's Blackboard IM. That's a tool that you load on your computer, and when you log onto your computer and log into Blackboard IM, you're able to see what other classmates or if I'm online. And it's a great way to just ask a quick question back and forth. My students in the past have really liked this, and I think you will too. Every time I log on to a computer, I try to load Blackboard IM up so that you can see that I'm available. So please do that. It is a great tool. I think I have probably bored you to death. Be thankful today that this was a video of my screen and not myself, since it's Monday morning and quite early. I wish you the best of luck this semester, this short summer semester, and I look forward to working with you.